Overwatch 2 has revealed its brand new competitive 3.0 system, and in this video, I'm going to break down all of the details. Before I do that though, this is kind of the TLDR. Gone are the 5 wins or 15 losses before you get a rank update. There is a new competitive progress page. There's a new competitive currency which you can spend on emerald weapons, and the old currency you'll still be able to spend on golden weapons. There is a new rank above Grandmaster called Ultimate. They've also removed average match rank and replaced this with like a minimum and maximum match range. There's a new grouping system which includes wide and narrow groups, and a wide group, it basically means a diamond player can group with their bronze friend and play together in competitive. This sounds extremely bad, but whatever. I digress. There's also a rank reset once a year. This is a soft reset though, but this is still pretty good news. And placement games are coming back, and placement games will have a big impact on where you start the season. So these are the key problems Blizzard are trying to solve. Lack of clarity for players. I mean, that's a very broad thing. That can mean a lot of things. Competitive rewards, yes, they're not particularly great. Golden weapons, not great. Rank distribution. And key goals are provide more feedback to players, greater incentives and rewards, and improve overall experience even while on a losing streak. Okay, I think that says losing streak anyway, behind Walter Kong, I believe that is on the stage. So the fact is, Overwatch Competitive does need a rework, and it's just not a great system. I've been on record saying the actual 5 wins to get a competitive update is just a crime to game design. And obviously, if you lose 15, then yeah, you get an update. But like, you could win 5 games and go down a rank. That doesn't feel great. You don't know what's going on. It makes no sense. And that's what they're trying to solve with this new system. Now, a lot of people out there, you know, when I show you guys some of the screenshots in a second, you'll probably be like me with my first reaction. You're just adding SR back to the game, but you're just giving it a fancy UI. Now, I don't think that's exactly what they're doing, but they are giving you more information after every game, so you sort of know where you are on your ranked journey. And I think that makes it will make things a lot better. It'll give you a reason to play competitive. This is competitive progress with a big red X through it, and the devs on stage smiling and clapping and loving it, because this is the removal of this system. This has got to be one of the worst systems they ever added to Overwatch. I mean, to remove the old ranked system and put this in, it is just so bad. Like, it is so bad. But this is going away, so this is really, really, really good news. But what's this being replaced with? Well, let me show you. This is the brand new competitive overview score screen. Now, you'll get this at the end of a game if you win or if you lose. And the idea behind this is to give you more granular information. In fact, give you a better idea of where you are in competitive. Because obviously, in the current system, you just don't know where you are. You could lose 3 games, win 5 and go up a rank. It's like, okay, but you can do the same again and go down a rank. It makes no sense. This is designed to give you a bit more clarity with that. So again, goes back to one of their existing key goals for reworking the system. So what are we looking at here? Well, the first thing to look at is we've got a rank progress. And on this screenshot, it is 85%. So this is a gold 1 damage player. Now, they are 85% to the next rank. So you can see where they are. Now, this bar will go up and down depending on if you win or lose. So you can see they only need to win a couple more games and they're probably going to get promoted. But if they start losing games, this bar will start to go down. This gives you, again, an idea of where you are. So I like this. But like I said, a lot of people will say, well, this is just like SR. Instead of a percentage, like we've got now, back in the day, we just had the SR number. You know, if you were gold, you could be 2,000 or 2,500. I mean, that was the range for gold. I believe that was the range for gold, actually. Was it? I think it was, yeah, because plat was 2,500. So, like, a 2,000 rated gold. I think it was 2,000. Anyway, I'll just roll with this. 2,000 rated gold player compared to a 2,400. Well, there was a bit of a skill difference there, but the numbers showed that very clearly. So, yeah, we're not going back to that system, but we're getting more information. Now, there's some other things on this screen. So, there are these green arrows at the bottom. Advantage, streak, and calibration. Now, these are bonuses to your progression through the tier. So these basically multiply how much this bar goes up when you win a game, I believe. So if you're on a win streak, you're going to get more I'm going to call this SR because I guess it is. You're going to get more rank progress if you've got advantage. I'm not too sure what that is, but maybe that means you're just a more skilled player. You've got better stats in the game than a gold 1 player should have, because maybe this is right after your placement games. I don't know. You've got more chance of going up more percent, and then calibration. But these all add up together. And honestly, I think this is better. This is definitely better. And you can see they're shying away from the hard numbers of SR because maybe they don't like the look of that, or it felt too intimidating. But the fact is here, we are now getting updates after every single match. This is exactly the way it used to be in Overwatch 1. So it is a bit baffling why that was ever removed, because you need to know where you stand. It's common sense. So I think this is pretty good. I'm not gonna hate on this just yet. I think this is better than the system we've got. And I don't really think you can hate on this because it is better than the system that we've got. And of course, you can see up the top right-hand corner, you've got victory plus 25. I'd imagine that's 25% that's added to the bar. Although that bar is showing an 18% increase. Oh, no, actually, no, sorry. That might be the currency, actually. It could be. Could be the currency. Because it wouldn't make sense to be the percentage, would it? And then you've got progress. Now, the progress bar, there wasn't a ton of explanation for this, but this basically goes up even if you lose games. So this is a way of you getting competitive currency. You can see this player is going to get 200 currency if they complete 1 game and wins Grant Triple. So I'm not the biggest fan of rewarding defeat in a competitive environment, because that just sort of will provoke. I mean, that just sort of not provoke, but it'll encourage people to just play comp just to get points. It's like, well, I'll just lose 3 games. It doesn't matter if I win or whatever. I don't care. So it's not great. Never incentivize losing in a competitive environment. It's a bit of a weird decision there, I think. So let's take a look at placements now. This is, again, one of the new competitive overview screens. This is placement. And this shows you that you've got a predicted rank for a start. So this player is predicted to get gold 1 based off their current performances. And you can see it says predicted rank calculation by wins and losses, placement progress 7 out of 10. So 10 placement games are back. You can see the placement progression there. And it gives you a predicted rank. Now, the thing with this is the devs on stage said this is going to have a much stronger bearing on where you begin the season. Now, you guys may have noticed this, but with Overwatch right now, you generally just stay in the same ranks. And there are some ranks where you can just get stuck in the rank and you're just in the rank forever. It's like the rank doesn't matter. You can be in games with completely different skill tier players, and it's not great. I mean, for me, like if I was playing tank, which at the moment my tank's in diamond, I would be like, some games I would get really high skill lobbies and it would feel really good. Other games, it felt like I was getting much low skill lobbies. It's probably because no one's playing tank, because it's not a great role in the game at the moment. But it's a mess, you know what I mean? It's like I don't really feel like I'm progressing. I feel like it's very random, the quality of the games. It's just not great, So I'm all for this, because this gives you a chance to actually do a little sort of mini reset at the start of every season. But of course, you could lose all these games and it could impact your placements. Again, we don't know the weight that is placed on your actual performance in the games. None of that detail was given out. I hope some of that is released in future. But again, I think this is a good move. So, okay, decent move. But once again, basically bringing back a system from Overwatch 1. So let's take a look at this. It's the competitive progress screen. Now, this shows Season 9, which maybe is a bit of a teaser for when this will be available for us to play. But what this does is it sort of condenses the information down. And it shows you what your rewards are going to be at the end of the season for your certain rank. So if you look at this player, it is a Platinum 2 tank. It's won 25 games. And at the end of the season, it's going to get Platinum Tank Challenger title reward. That's great. Look at roll queue damage. That means you are currently gold 1. You've got 12 wins. And at the end of the season reward, well, you need to win 5 more games before you're eligible for that. So it gives you a very easy way to look at this. Now, I don't know if you guys have looked at the competitive challenges in the game at the moment. I hardly look at the screen. I mean, the UI is not great. So this is better. It shows you, like, you could look at this and go, oh, you know what? I just need to win 5 more games as damage and I'll get my title. So I think I'll go for that. Whereas I wouldn't have a clue about that in the current game because I wouldn't be checking my competitive progress screen. Also, you can see here you've got support. This player is currently unranked and has only completed 7 placement games. And OpenQ, again, is unranked and they've only completed 7 placement games. Also, up the top right, you can see the 2 different currencies, I believe. So you've got the 1,800 of what is probably the Emerald weapon currency, and the 2,025, which is the competitive points, or that might be reversed, right? That could be the other way around. Because if you look, this player is earning the red currency for completing the progress. So maybe the red currency is the new competitive points. It just takes the name of the current one we've got now, and then that changes to the blue currency, or the sort of teal colored currency. So talking of the currency, look at this. These are the new ranked rewards. These are terrible. These are so low rent. I mean, this is like someone's just gone into the character editor or the model editor or whatever it is and just basically changed the hue on the texture for the weapons and just made them green. This is so crap. Like, there's so many things they could do with this. Again, this might just be, oh, it's our very early stage. You know, we've just got emerald weapons. But there's loads they could do with this. They could have like crazy sort of prismatic effects on the weapons. They've already got an iridescent shader because we've seen that used on the K-pop skins. Slap that on, do something fancy, have an interesting, I guess, shader effect on the weapon instead of just what looks like a bit of a recolor. But this is a new competitive reward, you know, so if you see someone with an emerald weapon, well, yeah, they're playing Overwatch 2, right? Then they've played enough of that competitive to buy one of these weapons, whereas obviously anyone with a gold weapon, I've got that much of the currency, I can just buy gold weapons for any hero I want, and so I just don't even care anymore. Like, a gold weapon has no bearing on, it doesn't show anything, it doesn't show skill or nothing. An emerald weapon, yeah, it's going to show more of your Overwatch 2 skill instead of living on your Overwatch 1 past. But like, I don't know, this just seems terrible to me. I'm not a big fan of this. They can do much better than this. There's so many things they could do, and I just hope this is the beginning of it. And finally, we've got this. It is the new, like, score, well, it ain't a score screen, but the new screen you get when you load into a game. Instead of it just showing you the average rank of the game, it now shows you the match rank range. So this will be like, oh, this is a gold 1 to platinum 2 game. So there's only 3 sort of divisions there, which I guess they're fairly close together. I think this is cool. I ain't really got too much more to say about that. The more information we get, the better. Okay, let's talk about the... This is a very controversial topic. This is the idea of wide and narrow groups. Now, a problem Overwatch has got, and this is a problem I had years and years ago, where because I became much more of a hardcore player compared to my friends, I could not play Overwatch competitive with them. I could to begin with, but then obviously as the ranks got further and further apart, I just couldn't play with anyone. And so that just turned me into like a solo queue warrior. And obviously, you know, friends move on to different games or they play different game modes or whatever. Now, a lot of games out there have solved this issue by letting you just play with anybody. So you can do this in Counter-Strike. You can do this in Valorant as well, I believe. Essentially, if you are a higher ranked player, you can still play with a lower ranked player, but that impacts the game in a way where the other team has a similar rank distribution, and this also impacts the amount of rank you can actually earn. Now, we haven't had confirmation on that just yet for Overwatch in terms of if you are in one of these wider games. So that would be, the example they gave was a diamond tank and their bronze friend. I mean, I cannot stress to you the difference in ability between a diamond and a bronze player is, I mean, it's huge, right? Like a diamond and a gold and a bronze is absolutely huge as well, right? A bronze has got no business being in the game with a diamond. But if you're friends, Blizzard want to solve this problem. So you think about this theoretically. In a match where you are the diamond tank and you've got a bronze DPS, the other team or the matchmaker will try to create a wide game. So the match rank range is going to be very wide. This will do it or connect with other players that are doing the same thing. So you would hope this would find a diamond tank and a bronze DPS and then match them together and then fill the rest of the team out. Now, on paper, this sounds okay, but in practice, I don't think it's going to be able to do that. I think it will end up doing things like, okay, we just need a diamond and a bronze. So what happens if it puts the bronze on tank for the enemy team and the diamond becomes, I don't know, a DPS? Well, the tank matchup now is a joke because a diamond tank versus a bronze, the bronze is going to get annihilated. So there's a lot of questions here with this system. And it's why straight away I was laughing, going, this is so bad. This is like a way of going, oh yeah, everyone can just play comp now. But the match quality is going to be horrific. It's going to be like really, really bad. Because if you're going into matches with this crazy wide range, it's just going to feel terrible. Now, they gave no breakdown of what they would do for higher ranked players. So obviously a very hot topic with a lot of content creators, especially streamers that play Overwatch all day, every day. They're generally GM players and they would like to play together for content. Now, that's all well and good, but obviously a 3 stack of GMs, it's like they're going to win every game. You know what I mean? And so I'm not sure what they're going to do with this, Blizzard. They might just totally ignore GM and the new ultimate rank above that, which I guess we haven't really spoke too much about in this video. Because we don't really know anything about it. We just know it's above GM. That's literally it. So I'm really worried with this because, you know, a wide game is probably going to feel bad. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you've got a narrow game. And a narrow game would obviously, you know, narrow the rank range. And you would think it would be more accurate as to the quality of the game, both teams being similar skilled players. But I think the big takeaway here is what they're trying to do is allow more people to play together. And that is a noble goal. This is something they should be working towards fixing. But obviously, like I said, the issue with this is in competitive. This is just going to go a lot of different ways. And I am kind of worried about this. Okay, everybody, that's a breakdown of the new competitive system. A lot of information, to be honest, but I think we're going to get more info on this fairly soon, I would imagine. Probably like really detailed blogs from developers. That'd be really cool to go over because there's a lot of questions. But I think, though, we still do have to be positive about this. This is good. All these changes, maybe bar the wide range thingy, but all the other changes, they seem really good, right? They seem like they're trying to fix problems. It is funny because, you know, a number of things that were essentially in Overwatch 1 are coming back, and yeah. But yeah, I'm going to leave the video at that, guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know what you think about this. Do you think this will save Overwatch competitive? All right, I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. See you soon.